one of the Huns, Han Yue or Han Jianxi, in the next round, the quarterfinals. Well, Bobby, we just had a pretty one-sided match between Wang Jieyi and Rico Gunji. On paper, at least, this looks something similar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, though, given the medical struggles that Gregoria Tunjung has had recently. He suffered from vertigo and was out for quite some time, missed quite a few tournaments, and has therefore, in my book, I think, slipped down the rankings. She's come out with a fresh haircut. So for me, it all depends how fit and ready she is. She played in Japan last week, but it was a round one exit.
Red one, please. Black one for you, red one for you. Red. Receive, you should aim, just aim and you serve.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Lin Hsiang won the toss and did not choose an end. Now that, for me, is...
that's bizarre, isn't it?
Badminton suicide at the China Open.
Wow. Yeah. That's that kind of boggles. Lin Hsiang,
yeah,
26, 169 centimeters tall, playing at her best ever ranking. She has won the Woichong China Masters, that's a Super 100 event, back in 2023. Beat Anupama Upadhyaya in almost an hour in the opening round. She's having it tough here. Perhaps if there's any time to play Tunjong, it might be now. The 25-year-old has been out of action since the Asia Championships in April. Had that vertigo and then competed about 3 months later in the Japan Open last week. So at least glad to see her back. A tricky first game against Kaoru Sugiyama. Won comfortably, but probably with these conditions.
That's one where she had the bad end to start with.
Correct.
and found a way through it. So
yeah,
credit to her for that, and won with the drift, helping in the second.
At the Japan Open, Pornpawi hammered Lin Hsiang in the second round last week. She was also on the end of a big win by Han Yue in the second round of the Indonesia Open. Those are the last two tournaments she played in. This is Lin Hsiang-ti's first ever China Open.
Ready to play.
Gregoria Mariska Tunjung is an Olympic bronze medalist from last year. Daruni Masumpong, Thai umpire. Joshua Ho is our Australian service judge. Well, we've had a lot of junior champions today. Let's not forget Tunjung was a world junior champion back in 2017 in Indonesia that year. She's also got 2 titles on the World Tour. But the last one was back in 2023, the Kumamoto Masters, the initial one where she stunningly beat Chen Yufei.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Lin Hsiang, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Gregoria Mariska Tunjung, Indonesia. Gregoria Mariska Tunjung to serve. Level. Play.
Yeah, Tunjung is one of the most flamboyant, creative singles players there are. Racket skills are second to none.
So it's over. 1 love.
But She has this style about her where she almost looks exhausted, even when she's winning, and in between points, sort of drags her body around the court to get back in position. But as soon as the whistle blows, so to speak, as soon as she's on court in a rally, she fights hard and gives it everything. She's got a terrific slice from either corner overhead. The big question is the fitness levels of Tunjong.
Yeah.
And whether coming back from vertigo, and is she ready for it? Is she fit enough?
Can she scale the heights again?
Yeah, especially at a tournament like this. It's a Super 1000 on the big stage. She has to get back to some level, of course, for the Olympics. Her ranking has been maintained within the top 10. Olympics, the World Championships, sorry, coming up in August. And so it's a big test for Tunjong.
Yeah, she'll be glad to have at least come back before then. And well, she kind of recovered in early June and said she was looking to regain her physical condition. Started training back in June, and early June that is, and she said her condition was improving day to day, and she was participating in training, and felt really quite upset that she'd missed so much of it.
Yeah, it ended up a tough draw for Tunjong last week in Japan, because Riko Kunji went on to do pretty well. Semi-final, I think. Lost to Lin Hsiang in straight games, I think, in the semi-final last week, which is a good performance for Kunji, who we saw on court a few moments ago. On home soil for her. A fighting player, tough player. She's always going to work hard physically. And for that to be the first opponent back for Tunjong in Japan, it's probably not the draw she would have wanted.
No.
This ought to be a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Ah, nice shot.
Yeah, she's been even, she was trying acupuncture, undergoing weekly treatment along with physiotherapy, balance training. I mean,
it is all about balance, isn't it? That's what vertigo is.
Absolutely.
It's the imbalance of the fluids
canal, right?
in your ears, and it makes you feel seasick, you know, airsick, almost.
She said she could only lie down. She couldn't even stand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an awful thing to go through.
One of my training partners had it a few years ago, and it's actually quite funny, the physio exercises, the medical exercises you had to go to try and get the balances back right. He had to do this weird sitting down on a bed, twist his head a certain way, let his head then fall backwards, and then fall over.
Allow yourself to fall over.
And allow yourself to fall into a lying position, almost to sort of shake the fluids to make them, it's odd. But I think that was a similar thing. That's looked like a little bit of left to right drift on that shot there. Which is interesting, because yesterday we had noticed no drift until around 1 o'clock.
Yeah, around now.
And now it's coming back. The ghost of Christmas sideways drift. Shot. Well played, Tunjong. Nice reverse slice, followed it in.
5-3.
What I find interesting as well with the coin toss, although Lin Hsiang didn't choose an end when she won the toss, she elected to receive. It was then Tunjong's choice as to which end she wants. And the higher ranked player chose the better end to start the match.
Yeah,
which I think says quite a bit.
But interesting also, Bobby, given that she's just on the comeback trail, and you'd think might want to play it a little safe. I'm just, again, speculating.
I think you're absolutely right. I think she's not yet feeling as confident as she might to win a match no matter what, and therefore afford a bad start, lose the first perhaps, and come back and win in 3. Perhaps she's not feeling that yet. Could shot, Tunjong.
And wants that confidence of the early, get that first game under your belt type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, every opponent's different, might affect your decision-making process. I'm yet to, I've seen Lin Hsiang play now a few times, and I'm yet to really see her take control of opponents in ways in which, let's say, players in the top 10 in the world are able to do. I was in Macau last year, for example, where Lin got to the final and lost in 3 to, I think it was Gao Fangjie.
Right.
Beat Miyazaki in the semi in 3. But it was Miyazaki's to lose. The Japanese player had a complete meltdown.
Oh dear.
Just wild shots.
Yeah.
Hit loads out in a row, looking for winners. It was just a bizarre performance, a very youthful performance where it's almost winners or errors. And that was the story of the entire match for Miyazaki, and in the end lost it in 3. So there have been times when I think Lin looks like she's done well in tournaments, but actually you take a closer look at the draw, who she's played, and then look at how they played the game. Her good results, to some extent, have been fortunate draws. Fortunate in that performances of her opponents have been poor on that day, and she's taken advantage. So credit to her for. That's a great net shot from Lin, by the way, almost off the floor.
Yeah, Lin's season has been tough. Only one tournament this year where she's gone beyond the second round. That's the Taipei Open. That's out.
Just wide, yeah.
Otherwise, it's 11 first or second round exits for her. And at the interval here, Tunjong in a great position, up by 6.
It's a good lead, but I think it could even look more one-sided if Tunjong was playing the conditions more as you'd expect. I mean, we watched Wang Zhiyi a few moments ago, just toying with Gunji. She was playing the conditions perfectly. She was holding her opponent and using those rear corners and making her opponent lay, and it became so easy for her. I think Tunjong could make life even easier for herself if she exploited that a bit more here.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I just wonder again, as you say, she's may not be exploiting the position she's in. I just wonder how much of that is due to recent circumstances and perhaps the lack of confidence and rustiness. I'm just speculating.
Maybe. She's sort of looking for a soft net shot. Almost the typical textbook traditional kind of shot that you might play in a certain situation. Instead of just holding the shot there and looking for a rear corner. I mean, Wang Zhiyi was relentless, wasn't she, with it?
Yeah, she was.
And she was in 3rd gear, and that's all she needed to win the game.
True.
Almost didn't have to fight that hard. That's the opportunity for Tunjong here. And look, there you go. She could have just held that and pushed it into a rear corner. Yes, she won the rally. Slightly deceptive. Played the double action net shot instead from a high position. But she's not firing those lifts aggressively into the rear corners. That being said, she's got a big lead, so you can't argue with however she wants to do it.
14-6.
Lin looking a little demoralised.
Yeah, lead is Now an imposing 8 points. Clips the net there.
Service over. 7-14. Service over.
Well, as
15-7.
comfortable as she might feel on this end, which as of now the score would indicate that to be the case. She has to then negotiate this very end that Lin is on right now in the next game. That's well out. That was interesting, just going back to her medical situation. She said she would have to get sometimes taken by ambulance to the hospital.
Wow.
Suddenly feeling that bad, she would be standing up and suddenly feeling very dizzy, throwing up and feeling absolutely awful. And they couldn't pinpoint the reason as to why it happened. I mean, it's literally and figuratively disorienting for you.
Yeah.
To be in that sort of position. So it's really good for her to, I mean, balance is the most important thing for anything.
Well, she can't,
You know?
I mean, she can't even walk by the sounds of it at times, let alone compete and even you know, get to practice or train. You can't even stand up to play net shots, you know. Sometimes you see players coming back from injury and the first thing they do is come back and just sort of spin net or serve or whatever, you know, something not very taxing. She can't even do that. She can't stand up. That's a great rally from Tunjong. It's all going her way.
It is.
Lin looking less than confident, struggling to find that back line. And the opening game, as predictable as it might have been, is all going the way of Gregoria Tunjung. The test will be in the second, so I'm interested to see how Lin takes on the second. I'd like to see her come out looking buoyant and confident and really take this opportunity and try and push Tunjong, who will struggle in the second, given the conditions.
So 12 game points here for Tunjong.
Oh, wide.
Service over. 9-20.
That's out as well.
10-20.
Well, this is actually a nice run from Lin right at the end of this first game. Shouldn't change the final outcome. But by far her best run of points. She's on to 4 now.
Is this Tunjong with half a step over the finish line has decided to relax a little bit too much, perhaps.
And this will just give an extra little boost to Lin in the next game. Oh, that looked to be going out.
Well, I'm just surprised she didn't take that forehand, get round the head. She's not working as hard as she might, Tunjong. And again, I think it's a relaxation of... Look, she had so much time there to get behind that. I think she's got one foot out the door of this opening game. And
The last thing you ever want to do is give your opponent a bit of momentum just before the end of the game.
Well, we saw it in the mixed, didn't we?
Yes.
With 8
Precisely.
comeback points from Chen and To earlier. There we are.
Eventually gets there. A bit more respectability to that scoreline for Lin Hsiang team. But it's Gregoria Mariska Tunjung who wins it 21-13.
Pasti banyak turun ya, untuk sabarnya depannya kalau bisa open dulu, mengatur depan dulu, karena menangani. Terus dia pasti narik ya, cepat aja. Tapi belakangnya yang intinya jangan pengen langsung nafsu, pengen matiin, nggak sabar dulu. Pasti banyak turun terus. Nggak, kamu dianya pasti banyak narik belakang, ya kamu jangan. Ya, sabar, kamu depannya jangan dulu, ya, kamu enjoy aja, cari poinnya, ya, oke.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds. Second game, level. Play. Service over. 1 love. Service over. 1-all.
Well, Bobby and I were kind of just speculating now. Tunjung, obviously on that comeback trail, not 100%. You can see that quite clearly.
Well, and a bad knee as well.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't out with a leg injury. She was out with for other reasons, but that might be playing an added effect here.
So just, yeah, curious to see now how she performs on this end.
Oh, net cord.
2, 1.
Yeah, I think the strongest thing we have to go on is yesterday's performance, in which on the more difficult end, where she is now, she still found a way through, albeit extra points were required. Lin can't afford these mistakes, though.
1.
Only played 6 tournaments this year. Tunjung, of course, partially due to that, or mainly due to that layoff. 1 semi-final at India Open and 2 quarterfinals, All England and Indonesia Masters.
Service over. 2.
So she'd dearly love a run here just before the World Champs.
Yeah, it was shortly after the All England, wasn't it? I think the issues came about. Oi, that's bread and butter for Tunjong normally.
Yeah.
She loves that cross net shot. Not the most fluid of movers, Tunjong, compared to some of the women's singles players we've had the privilege of watching so far this week. Chen Yufei, An Se-young, Wang Ziyi, we've seen them all here on court 1 in the mornings.
3.
So it's a good comparison, but she has some really special shots at times. Nice.
shot.
Yeah.
Service over.
Right at the top of the show,
4.
I was talking about how dangerous she is when she gets up in those rear corners, round the head or the forehand corner. She has a wicked slice. Hard to read. Wonder what it must feel like as well to be, oh, that's a lovely shot, to be awarded an Olympic medal automatically.
Yeah.
I mean, history will say Tunjong's got the bronze. And
There's no asterisk next to it.
Eventually, that's all people will see and hear. But right now, we know that Marion's injury in her semi-final against He Bingzhou was the reason why Bingzhou went through. I say the reason. Obviously, nothing's a foregone conclusion, but Caroline and Marion was well up in the match. And so the two losing semi-finalists play off for bronze, and Tunjong had a freebie. There you go, bronze medal.
I mean, no one ever wants to win it that way, but you'll take it.
Do you fancy? I mean, it ought to have been He Bingzhou she was playing off with, really, I suppose.
5, 7.
That was the likely outcome, wasn't it, on the day, and that would have been interesting.
Yeah. But she had no bearing in any of that. It's a lovely shot, isn't it?
That is fabulous.
Service over.
No, you can only beat who's in front of you, and if nobody's in front of you, you take the win, don't you?
Yeah.
I suppose. But we'll always talk about Tunjong, the Olympic medalist. Will she feel like she's earned that?
She won't want that to define her.
Or she'll will, but she wants to earn one. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, she's got at least another Olympics in her.
She earned the right to get to the semi-finals at the Olympics. I mean, that's something. And the last 12 months or so, or prior to getting vertigo, that 12-month period she had was brilliant, wasn't it? It was a real joy to watch Tunjong at her in full flow.
Look, in every other badminton tournament, you automatically get the bronze by reaching the semis.
Yes, true. Oh.
I personally like to see
9, 7.
a square off for bronze in anything.
Yes. Yeah.
In any sport. That's
agree.
just a personal feeling.
I agree. Left the court wide open there, Lin. She made no intention of covering the cross smash.
Yeah.
She was also so far back in court. I think the straight drop would have been as effective.
Listen, she's in a pretty good position here. 3 points ahead on this tricky end. Not looking too fussed about it at the moment.
It's funny how it looks like Tunjong is the dictator on the bad end. And
she's looking better here on this end than she did on the other end. No? Am I being harsh?
I think she's looking the same. But
okay.
What I was getting at was that Lin is not taking the opportunity to use the conditions as effectively as she ought to.
11-7 in the second game. Tunjong leads from winning the first. She's in a good position here, perhaps to win this in straights.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 7. Play.
So Tunjung's lead up to 5.
Now that's more like it. That's what I want to. Oh, well, not the miss, but the penultimate shot
7.
is the way to get the better of Tunjong here, to get her on the back foot. Tunjong understanding the task at hand.
Procession of points at the moment. She's
Well, taking the soft net shot here, that spin, that's brilliant on this side of the court. Win the net battle, and if not, get the lift, because she has the added value of the drift on the smash. And she also doesn't want to get into those kind of push shots
15,
around the service line.
7.
Will eventually cause the rallies get more difficult for Tunjong. So tight net shots are important. That shot's effective. That's what I want to see from Lin. Bring her in, push her deep.
Service over. 8, 15.
Seven points. Big gap now.
Service over. 16, 8.
I don't know if you agree, but it almost seems a bit lackluster from Lin Hsiang today.
Yeah. And you'd, as I said earlier, this would be as good a time as any to be playing Tunjong, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You think you'd be up for this?
Even the fact that she won the toss and elected to receive serve
Yeah.
in the China Open on court 1. What on earth is that decision?
I'd love to hear
That
someone ask her why, or what was going through her mind.
that
9,
suggests
16.
poor preparation for me, and I just don't understand it.
Yeah, totally agree. Especially when it makes such a massive difference. But
Yeah.
but you know how you said, you know,
10,
for whatever reason it is,
15.
you like to start on the tougher end. Maybe there's something in that. I don't know.
Yes, but receiving serve is no decision at all, is it?
No,
in
no.
singles.
No, no. Oh, sorry.
In
Yes, your
badminton.
point is why not make a decision?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
You've
Yeah.
been given the choice to be
You're
proactive.
not taking it.
Why do you not make a decision? I mean,
11, 16.
serve or receive is 1 point in what might be, 60 odd points to win, or
Yeah.
however many to, depending on how long the match goes. What difference does it make whether you
No.
serve or receive
Absolutely none.
in badminton?
It's not like in tennis or something where it makes a difference.
Well, it's not like
Or table tennis. Yeah.
Service over.
20 years ago, or however long it was
17,
important. You could only score points
Yes,
on your serve.
Yeah.
So winning a coin toss to decide who serves first, I felt was massively unfair.
Right.
Thank you.
If you consistently win the toss and consistently get the chance to serve and then go up 5-love every time you play or something, it's a bit of an advantage there, isn't it? These days, it doesn't matter.
No.
But the choice of ends
Yeah.
in certain arenas is hugely important.
Just That's why I'd love to hear the rationale for this decision.
Well, she's almost there. Tunjung, just 3 more points.
Oh, that is a lovely backhand.
19-11.
Everything strikes me today about this match that Lin Hsiang was defeated before the match even started, and that's not what we've come to see. That's not what inspires. And I might be being a little bit harsh and critical there, but you've got a good chance here, and yet she's allowed Tunjong to have how many is it? 9 match points.
Yeah. She's absolutely cruised through this second game on the harder end to Tunjung. She's not really been tested much at all. So you'd expect Lin to have really pushed her. That's what we were thinking was going to happen. Just delaying the inevitable for now. She looks a little tired there. Tunjung, bit of a tired shot.
Well, again, she's got 1 foot out the door.
Yeah.
Just like the end of the first. And whilst I can't believe for a moment that Lin, the way she's playing, will come back here, Tunjung still has to complete the task at hand.
14-20.
Very, very similar ending this to the previous game. And she put this to bed.
Good net shot again from the Indonesian. That's nice, she's done it.
Yeah, this time she makes no mistake. And Tunjung finishes things off. It's been overall good for her.
I don't think we've learnt a lot today, and it's a slightly underwhelming
I was just about to use that word.
performance.
Yeah.
Even from Tunjung, it felt like all she had to do was turn up and she'd get through, and that's what happened, and she did. And great, credit to her. She's got the job done, but it certainly wasn't the best performance I've ever seen from Tunjung. And I think a lot of work to do now for Lin Hsiang in readiness for the next tournament. But anyway, she's through. Credit to Tunjung.
So Gregoria Mariska Tunjung of Indonesia beats Chinese Taipei's Lin Hsiang 21-13, 21-14 in 33 minutes. Up next, you'll be with Jill Clark and Stein Pedersen. And the match for you that they'll kick off with is women's doubles, the Youngs versus Jia and Zhang.
Welcome back to Changzhou and a second round action here at the Victor China Open. Next up is women's doubles, and it's Yong Na Ting and Yong Pui Lam from Hong Kong, China, up against the giant killers from yesterday, Jia Yifan, the three-time former champion, and Zhang Shuxian. Well, I